What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another trade review. I am Michael. Today is another day, another dollar. So it is Tuesday, January 23rd. So let's just hop in there and do a quick portfolio review. Might put on an earnings trade or two. I'm not too sure. I might wait for some better stocks. Not better stocks, but basically smaller stocks, because my account value is still around $2,200. So let's pop in there and see how we are doing. So lately I've been starting with save because that's the one that's been giving me issues. So let's see what we want to do there. So you'll see here, so in the morning we popped up all the way to what? Basically almost, $9.34. Let's see what the high was today. Yeah, $9.34, and then we dropped all the way back down, and now we're hovering around the $8.30 level. So if you remember, I ended up putting on a put, a 7.5 put, threw on a call in a defensive position, defensive move, threw on a 10 call, ended up rolling that down. So now I am sitting at a 750 straddle. So I'm sitting at the straddle. If we zoom in here, it's one of those things, do I want to make a move or do I not? Are we going to stay within this range around the 750? I'm not sure. I think I want to sit tight and see how this, let's say, the next couple of days go. I will probably be rolling. If there aren't many moves, I'll either be closing the position or rolling on Friday when there are 21 days left to go. Maybe I'll push and wait till Monday. So right now, as of today, I'm going to sit tight. If you want to see, come on here. I'm at the 750 put level here. So basically my call has been breached for sure. It's a straddle. So we'll see how much movement we get the next couple days. Right now, GDXJ, you'll see here it's been coming in pretty nicely. I'm up $24 for the day, 31% profit. So once we get to 50% profit, I'll take this thing off. So we're pretty close. We're pretty close though. Here you'll see. So my limit is 89 cents. And here I have a working order for 92 cents. So do I want to be super cheap and wait for the extra 3 cents? Maybe. Or since I've had this thing on for over a month, do I just want to close it and walk away? So let's see here. No, not the news. Let's see here. So I started with this strangle, threw on a 90 strangle. So I wanted to squeeze out 45 cents. I collected with my rolls, my adjustments, $1.34. So for you guys following along, $1.34 minus 45 cents because that's half of 90. So we have a working order for 89 cents. So the limit right now is 89 cents. We're at a mid price of 91. It's ticking down. Let me see if I can just close this, move on, get some more option buying power. Throw on a couple earnings trades this week. Boom, filled at 91. Makes me feel bad. Maybe I should have actually tried getting an order in for 90 cents, but you live and you learn. All right, so we just we got that taken care of. Let's see. So you'll see here $43 right there. So not quite the 45, but you know what? 2 pennies less, $2 in options terms. Move on. I'm done. So let's see IWM. Let's see, we're right about, let's see here. We might want to adjust down ever so slightly, roll it down, but I'm not too keen on it because it is a defined risk position. So these are a little bit more clunky. They're a little bit more clunky. So I'm thinking, do I roll it down? Do I roll the calls down? Do I roll the puts up? Let's see what we want to do. What is the move? Or do we sit pretty? So we're at the 33 delta here. I'm okay with that. Here we're at the 10 delta. So let's just see. If we roll this up, again, it's a little clunky. We want to keep, let's see, do we move it to the 16 delta? Keeping it $2 wide. We collect an extra 10 cents. Right now, it's not really worth it to me. Let's see, 187, 15 cents. I'm not too sure, guys. I'm not too sure. I don't think I want to do it. My experience with IWM is sort of just set it and forget it. I did make this adjustment, rolling the calls down and Now I'm kind of kicking myself, but you know what? That's the name of the game. Because of that, I think I want to sit tight now. Just if you look back the last, last year, let's do the last few years. I mean, I'm thinking we'll end up moving up, but you'll see here it's been trading in range for the longest time, for the last, since May of 2022. So like a year and a half, basically. Maybe I'll roll this up and be super bullish, but I'm going to give it another day or two. Let's wait till we get to 21 days and see if we want to take it off or and redeploy the capital or roll it. So let's just sit tight. Save. We're going to sit tight. TLT, this is another one giving me an issue. So now my puts have been breached just below the 94. So let's go in there. Let's see, do we want to make any adjustments? Let's look at the the day time frame. So sold the Iron Condor, 63 cents. Rolled down the call spread already, collect another 9 cents. So 72 cents is the total premium. Now, do I want to roll it down to 98 or 97? I'm not sure. The Fed can announce whatever they want, and this thing can shoot right back up in a matter of days. Look at this. 1-2 days it took to get to my upper level now, so I'm thinking I want to keep where it is. So let's see though, just so I can follow along better, let's add the break even. So 72 cents. So this one's easy. So what is this? 99 plus 72. So 99.72. 99.72. I like to use this pinkish color here. Might as well be pink, right? So that's the break even on the top side. And then what did we say already? 72. So do I even want to write it on the downside? Probably. So what would that be? 93.30, 93.28 on the downside. Pink. Alrighty. So let's do that. Right? Pretty sure. Alright, there we go. 72. 72 and 28 makes 94. Done. Alright guys, so we didn't yet breach the break even here, so I'm a little bit more lenient with these defined risk strategies. When I'm trading undefined, in the past I used to wait until one of these strikes was breached or touched, but now just experience has told me that I feel more comfortable sort of moving down slower, like slowly, sort of chasing the stock more or less. I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm basically chasing the stock. So with that, I'm a little bit more aggressive. With defined risk, I'd like to let it sit a little bit more because it is harder to make adjustments. It's just a little bit more clunky. So right now we're going to let it sit. Let's check a couple earnings and see. I know, what is it? Abbott has an earning coming up. I don't know. I'm thinking the IV rank is 21, 30. I'm not going to do, let's pass on that. I already looked earlier at FCX, Freeport. IV rank, IV percentile, it's low. Let's see, what was the other one? I'm looking on the other screen here. We had some smaller ones. Okay, look, EDU used to be on my radar way back when. But the reason why I'm not trading them today specifically is, look, even in the 24-day cycle, the market's not super tight like I would like it. And even here, the further dated, right? I mean, this is a wide spread, guys, for $70-something stock. So I'm not too keen on it. Let's see if we want to do it just for fun. 33 buy. Nah, I'm going to pass on this, guys. Let's see. I looked at, so Verizon had their earnings. So let's look at AT&T. they're up the same as, look, check it out. Verizon, they're basically following. They're on the uptick, same as Verizon because they announced earnings. The problem with AT&T is you can't really squeeze too much premium out of it because it's such just what would you consider it? What, a value stock? So even though the IV rank is pretty high, the actual implied volatility is quite low. So here I'm only getting 27 cents when sometimes I'll be able to get 50 cents on an earnings play on the nearest dated cycle, the weekly. So if we move out to the 24-day cycle, it's not much better. Let's look here. We want to do the 52-day cycle, push it out. See, look, the 20 delta and the 17. I mean, I don't get excited about this, to be honest. You can sell maybe something at the 16 put, be super aggressive. I mean, I'm going to pass on that today. I'm going to pass on that too also today. I'm looking here. I mean, there weren't, based on my portfolio level, there's nothing really too exciting for me. I know Netflix is coming out with earnings after the close. I am long Netflix in my IRA. I don't think I really want to play around with Netflix. It's too big of a stock for my account right now. I'm going to pass on that, guys. Let's see. Texas Instruments, it's been a minute. TXN. Played around with this years ago, I believe. Let's see. Still, they don't have dollar strikes, which I would prefer in this size account. Less room right here, less room for error. So I'm going to pass on that, guys. I'm sorry. Let's keep going. Let's do two more that seem interesting. Nope. Not today, guys. You see there's no, so the volume is not even 1 million. Under 1 million, spread isn't too horrible. But if you come out to the further dated, I mean, this isn't what we want to see, guys. So I'm going to pass on that. But that's mostly it. I'm looking here. Nothing that I see too. Kimberly Clark, KMB, that's too big of a stock for me right now. So let's see. Later this week also, okay, Tesla, IBM. So we'll probably get into some earnings tomorrow or the next day. So sit tight for that, guys. We also have American Airlines and Alaska Air. So basically, and Love, Southwest. So I think I'm going to play some of those, even though I'm stuck already in Spirit. But let's see how it goes. So that is it for today, guys. Didn't really make too many adjustments today at all. Kind of basically sat on my hands today. So we'll see how the earnings come out. We'll see. There are a couple earnings plays I will probably put on tomorrow and possibly Thursday. So thanks for coming along for the ride. As always, any questions, trade ideas, anything you want to see, throw them in the comments below. I'm here to learn with you guys just the same as you are here to learn with me. If you haven't yet already, definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new updates from me. And I'll see you until next time. Take care, guys.